Good morning, students. Uh, I hope all of you fit and fine at your home and your study going well. Student, today we will discuss about the different characters of the living things. Yesterday we also study about the how can we identify the living things, the non-living things. Okay, difference between the living and non-living thing. Today we will revise the topic living things can feel. The main character is the living things is the feel. So living things can feel. They act according to their feelings. Dogs bark strange when they alarmed, rabbits run away, and we shiver when it is cold or when we feel scared. On hot summer day we keep ourselves away from the sun, and when we are happy, we smile and laugh, and plants feel the sunlight and grow how toward it. Non living things don't feel anything. Okay, all living things can feel, and and sometimes we also feel with the help of the sense organ. We have the sense organs now. How many sense organs we have? Five sense organ: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin are our five sense organ. They help us to feel things around us, and they are like the window to the outside words. Okay, so these sense organ help us. Eyes help us to see, ears help us to hear, tongue help us to taste, and skin help us the sensitive form of the weather, feel the cold and hot. Okay, now next topic is the living thing can breathe. All living things, as all of you know, that all living things can breathe, and when we breathe, that time we inhale the oxygen and exhale the carbon dioxide. Okay, living things need air to live. Okay, so why living things need the air? For breathing. Okay, living things need air to live, and human beings and most animal breathe air through nose, and we take oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. Which gas we inhale? Oxygen gas we inhale, and we exhale the carbon dioxide. Okay, fish breathe through their gills. Earthworm and leech breathe through their skin, and insects breathe through the air holes in their body, and plants breathe through the stomata. Tiny pores occur on the leaves of plant. These pores are called stomata, and plants can breathe through the stomata, because all of you knowing plants also the living things. Okay, so they can also breathe, but non-living things such as the chair, table, radio, TV, they can breathe? No, they are unable to breathe. Okay, so living things can breathe. Okay, now animals eat the plant and other animal as their food, while the green plants make their own food by using the air, water, sunlight. Okay, how can they make? Just like all of you seen that the plant where we get, all animals depend on plant for their food, but green plants can make their own food by using the air, water, sunlight. Okay, only the plants like the mushroom feed upon the dead and decaying plants and animals. Why these animals depend on others? Because they not have the chlorophyll. With the help of the chlorophyll, green plants are able to prepare the food, but these mushroom didn't have the chlorophyll, so these plants are unable to make their own food. Animals leave or give the birth to their young ones, where the different plant reproduce through the different parts like the stem, leaf, root, and seeds. Students, as all of you know, the animals can raise egg. okay, or they give the birth of babies. But plants reproduce from the different part of their things, just like some plants reproduce through their stems, some leaves, roots, and seeds. Okay, some animals breathe through their lungs, some animals through their gills, and some small insect through their small holes or in their skin. All plants breathe through the tiny pores on their leaves. Okay, before that I also explained these tiny pores are called stomata. Animals use their sense organ to feel and understand their surroundings, while plants don't have any such sense organ. All animals have the sense organ. Just like how many sense organs we have? The five sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Okay, and these sense organs help us to feel the things around us. But non-living things don't have the sense organ, and plants don't have any such sense organ also. Okay, clear? Now, the independence of plants and animals. Both plant, all of you know, both plant and animals support each other to live and grow. And their depending on each other is called interdependence. Let us see how the plants and animals do. How can, just like all of you know, all animals directly or indirectly take their food from the plants, and only the plants are there, those are able to make the food, prepare the food in the presence of sunlight. So all, if the animals are the herbivores, carnivores, totally depend on plants, because if animals are the herbivores, that time they take the direct food from the plants, and if it is carnivores, that time it's also take food from the animals. And which animal? Suppose tiger prey of deer. Okay, but deer, how can the deer survive? Deer survive help of the plants. Okay, eat the grass, so they are totally depend on that. Okay, so animals directly or indirectly take their food from the plants. Okay, plants give the fresh air. How can we are depend animals and plants? Plants give the fresh air to animals for breathe. They keep the air clean. They also give the food to animals. And how can the animals help the plants? Animals help the plants to grow at far places. After eating the fruits, they throw away the seeds on ground. Under suitable condition, these seeds germinate and grow into the new plants. And when plants prepare the food, they need the carbon dioxide and give out the oxygen. And animals, when they are breathing, take the oxygen gas and exhale the carbon dioxide. And these gases are the helpful for prepare the food for the plants. Okay, so in this manner, all plant and animals depend on each other. This process is called interdependence of the plant and animal. Students, read this chapter properly. Learn the book exercise. We stop the today's topic here. Thank you. Have a nice day.